All right, now we can start. I'm recording Wootimental Academy, Tresillo Clave, Acentos de Viaje, traveling accents. And I'm looking for a groove we can play to while we're doing this. So all you do, now what I want you to do is, this is all written out, but really I want you to internalize this stuff and think of it on your own. See if you can take this idea and just do them randomly on your own. Let me see what this groove is. No, don't like it. Let's see. How do I get to the other ones? Oops. Nope. Oops. I don't know this program well enough to just jump around. Dang. Did I make it? Is this it? There we go. Let's see. House, R&B. R&B would be nice. Do an R&B tune. So, as I was saying, but internalize this and just be able to do it on the fly. Let me turn this up. What's crazy is you hear this in the tune. Now, what we were doing last week, you could do any of those variations. Add flams. Put in rudiments. I'm going to do Swiss triplets and flam taps. Back to the check pattern. Do rolls. Put rolls on all the eighth notes. Back to check pattern. Let's see. Put a flam before the accent. Just kind of flamacute thing. That was a little more. We didn't cover that one, but do drags. Back check pattern. Put cheese on it, just a diddle on the accent. Go back to the very first one we did. So doing French rolls and doubles. So just right, left, right, left, 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 left. Back check pattern. What else can we do? Back to, we can do flam drag, or put flams on the accents. But I want you to play 2 flam accents and an inverted flam tap. So 2 flam accents and inverted tap. Your inverted flam taps. It goes right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, right, left, left, left. This is a little more advanced, but it's just 2 flam accents and then the inverted flam tap. One inverted flam tap, so it takes you to the left hand. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So we got that upstroke, the whack stroke at the very end, right? Whack, whack, whack. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left. Can't say it fast enough. The accents are right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Now with that, you can put cheese on it. Flam drags. Go back to, I could put flam fives and cheese on the invert. So flam fives on the flam accent and cheese on the invert. Like this. Ready to. Okay, now we could take things away. So let's do this. Just do the check pattern. So right, left, right, right, left. Just play the accents. Just the accents. Now, play the note before each accent. Gata, 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 gata. Just the accents. Now play the note after each accent. So, gata, 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 gata. Now, let's take the accents out. Got that and got that and got that and got that and got. So it's left, right, right, left, 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 right, right, left, left. Woof. Okay, that was with one. So you can imagine, let me see. Oh, you didn't get an email. Okay, Rizzo, we'll have to fix that later. I guess it's going to your junk. I know you're on there. I've seen your name. So, but when we're done here, let's make sure I got the right email address. All right, so that was just with pattern one. Now we can shift the accent over and do all the same thing. And what we haven't done yet is change surfaces. That's when it gets super cool. You can do all of that, but changing surfaces. And then you got so much material, it's almost too much. But you hopefully, if what I would do first, let's do this. Let's just go through all of those playing downbeats, and then playing it on the pad. So maybe just let's just play each one like 8 times, and then go to the next one, and then you can see. And maybe try to do it in your head. So if the first one's ba 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 ba, the next one starts after the downbeat. Ba 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 ba. So the next one starts on the upbeat of one. Ba 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 ba. Somebody's not muted there. So 1 ba ba. Is that right? Yeah, 1 ba 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 ba. So you think of it long, long, short, long, long, short, long, like that. You can think of it like that. Long, long, short, long, long, short, long, long, short, long. So 2 longs and a short, just depending on where they are. But it keeps moving over. So we'll look at these, and I know y'all like to visualize it, but here's the thing. Until you can do this without the music, it's not functional. It's not to the point of application, you see, because we can't play it. Hang on, okay, never mind. I got students coming over later, so everybody's emailing or texting. Let's see. I'm going to put that right there, out of the way. So I'll do it on the pad first. I don't know why I'm moving that. I'm just going to do it on the pad first. And then I'm going to do it on the drums. Okay, so let me put the music back on. We're going to do each one 8 times. First of all, any questions on this? Everybody get it so far? Yes, Mark.
So in the beginning, when we were doing the first stanza, and you were doing all these inversions, roughs, paradiddles, whatever, is that written out from the previous lesson, last week's lesson, or
nope.
How can we reference?
It's not.
Okay.
So I'm going to. Well, I don't know. Stan, did you write it out? I don't know. Stan writes everything down.
No, no, not yet.
Okay, I will do this for you people. I will write it out. Okay?
Hey, awesome.
But
thank you.
Again, getting back to what I was saying, until you can just do it on your own, it's not functional. You're now writing. So I had a good discussion. I saw a commercial. This guy's advertising. You know, he goes, "You guys got all these books," and he has all the famous, drum set books out. He's got, The New Breed, Syncopation, all the famous drum set books. And he's talking about, have you played through all these? And you've done all these books and you still can't play jazz? He goes, well, he goes, to learn jazz, you have to dive into it. You can't learn out of a book. You can get ideas and lessons and stuff, but I mean, really to know music, you got to listen to music. You have to dive into that music and be a part of the music, whether you're playing it, you're listening to it all the time. It has to be you have to digest it. So this is the same sort of thing. I can write it all out for you, but the reason I'm reluctant to write things out sometimes is because I know that if you take the time to write it down, you're going to learn it faster. You learn it faster because you wrote it down. It's like learning someone's name. If you write someone's name down, you're going to learn that name much better than if you don't. And you just go, oh, okay, what, Paul, yeah, I'll remember that name. Yeah, no, you won't. You have to write it down, so this is better to write it down and learn it yourself, and then know it and then practice it so you can make it functional. So that's why I'm reluctant to write it down. So if I write it down, you got to promise me, you got to learn it to where you can do it without the music. So this one's like this exercise here. You're not going to take this on a gig and go, okay, I'm playing this tune. Oh, let me do that Tresillo Clave thing Dr. T was talking about. I'm going to do the 4th pattern. What was that? The 4th pattern. Let me see. I got to get my music out. That's not going to happen. That's stupid. That's crazy, right? So you know what I mean. So I'm going to write them out, but then like with this, if you really want to know it, digest it. Okay, so here we go. Oh, that's an awful. I'm trying to find something that's at least. This said R&B. This is like, I don't know what kind of R&B this is.
You're gonna put the chart. You're gonna put the chart back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up. Okay, hang on. Okay, so each one 8 times. Hang on. This is awful. Let me go back to the 7. That's a better one. Okay. I I take all the synth stuff out. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do each one 8 times. And then go on. You can do it hand to hand sticking, so right hand lead the whole time if you like, for now. But keep your feet on the downbeats. All right? Hang on, let me stop this for a second. Stop. How do you stop this thing? Stop. There we go. Stop button. Stop button's good. Okay, so you can, I'll give you this. You can do just downbeats or boom chick, or you can do a samba. Bam, 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 bam. You could do that. Or you could do this bass drum pattern number 1. The Tresillo Clave. But keep that the whole time. Check this out. This is going to sound cool. This is number 2 with the bass drum pattern. That's badass. I don't care who you are. That sounds great. So, so I'm going to put it on. You choose your poison as far as what your feet do, but at least keep quarter notes. I'm just going to keep it simple for now. I'm going to keep quarter notes and then do each one 8 times. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, number 1. That's 4, 5, you gotta count, 6, 7, 8. Number 2. 3. 5. 1 more. 3. 'Halfway there. Keep your ghost notes down. Number 4. I'm not going to tell you when 5 comes out. You got to count. You should be able to hear the phrase, really. 8-bar phrase. On 5 now. Halfway through 5. Get those ghost notes down really low. That's 6. 3. 4. 7. 'You have that double accent. The first one's a rebound. Bounce, squeeze, squeeze, bounce, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, bounce, squeeze, squeeze, bounce, squeeze. 8. 1. Bounce, squeeze, squeeze, bounce, squeeze. Let it bounce. Don't work smarter, not harder. That's it. That's all of them. 8 of them. So each of those, it's crazy. It's one simple little rhythm, right? But that's 8 ways to play it without changing anything. That's just accents. Now you multiply that times all the rudiments or times all the instruments you got in front of you. Good googly moogly. You got a lot of stuff. All right? So let's try it again. Who's got drum sets? You got drum sets. We could do this. I mean, you could put this on the cymbals or on the drums. You know, for first of all, just you could without changing the sticking. And that's the thing. You change the sticking, and you got a whole nother set of variations on top of this. It's mind-boggling. All right. So let me do this. So if I did this. Let's do it as a fill. So we'll do like let's do a groove. Back and fill. I mean groove. All right, and then back and you go ahead and end it with a crash and then get back into the groove. Okay, so 4 bars of groove, 4 bars of the pattern. And for now, let's just use toms. We'll just use toms. If you want, you can use, I mean, it's your prerogative. You can do what you want, but I'm just going to use toms with each of those again. Okay, and keeping, let me see. Oh, I got an idea. I got a great idea. I'm just going to make it a lot harder, but this is a cool idea. On the groove, let's play the bass drum on the accent pattern. Okay, so the groove is, the first one is this. Snare drum's just on 2 and 4. So 1, a 2, and 3, a 4, and 1. You can leave the bass drum out of that if you want, but keep the hi-hat going. All right? And then we'll go to the second pattern, which would be tell you what, just so we can, you know, collect ourselves between each one, we'll put 4 counts. So after that first one, 2. Next one, 2, 3, and. Two, 3, 4, 4. So here's the deal. We're gonna do the groove. Bass drum on the accent, backbeat on the snare. You can play a cross stick or back. I'll turn my mic off so I can play loud. I'll play a backbeat. Okay, so bass drum where the accents are, snare drum actually on 3, because we're in cut time basically. That should say cut time, not 4/4. But y'all understand. I put it 8th notes just so it's easier to read. All right, so the snare drum's going to be on 3 of every bar. That's the groove. For the fill, we're going to put the accents on the toms, ghost notes on the snare, and hi-hat on every downbeat. Good. On 1 and 3 in this case. Think of it like 16th notes. Okay? And then crash. Crash, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So, and then 4 bars or 2 bars in 4/4. and then start the next one. I'll count you in. Everybody got it? Any questions? This is going to be awesome. Please share the tunes you played before, both tunes. Oh, it's on GarageBand, Shlomi. It's not a tune. It's just GarageBand where you pick I don't know what you call this. It's like a DJ thing where you pick the groove, you pick the track and all that stuff. It's not a tune. But you could play this with any tune. We could do it with a tune. Tell you what, let's do it with a tune. How about if we do it with a tune? Then you could do it with a tune. I'm thinking James Brown.
Great three-sided clave is Shoe Fly Don't Bother Me. It's kind of New Orleans standard. I don't know how easy that would be. Shoe Fly
Don't, yeah. Is it swung though? I don't want it.
Not crazy swung, no. But New Orleans is always half straight, half swung.
That's what I mean. You could do it. I mean, it could be that. We mentioned that tune earlier.
It's a great three-sided clave, Tresillo Clave, if you will.
Shoe Fly Don't Bother Me, but it's shoe.
Or just Shoe Fly, SHOO, like that.
All right, let's see. Let's see how this shoe. These are all kid tunes here, so that's not it.
Uh-oh.
That I'm getting up. Who's the artist?
Wow Magnolias could be one. There's a bunch of people done it. Wow Magnolias.
Let's see if that. Here we go. The Wild Magnolias. It's a little fast.
That's kind of their disco version, actually.
But it's a little fast. I want to find something slow.
Okay.
Let me go back.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Shlomi. I'm gonna go back to this thing because I have control over the tempo. That's much slower. So I'm gonna do that thing. It's just through. Now you could take any tune in 4/4. Could be a R&B tune or second line tune. Anything with a calypso tune would have it, and then put in your tempo slow-mo and slow it down. But it would just take me a little while to find something slow enough that we could play to it for now. So I'm going to use this, but you could use anything really, as long as it's in duple. And it could be swung a little bit. It'd probably be good for you. It might help your soul, All right, so let me see. That was a good one, the one we were doing here. Maybe let me try this one. Let's see. Okay, we'll do this. Pocket to pocket to pocket, pocket to pocket. Okay, and the chart back up. Share the screen. Once again, with the bass drum and a backbeat like this. Right? And then with the toms like this. And then 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, next one, like that, okay? Here we go, let me turn this off. Now y'all know the rules. The rules of the game. Let's try it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. As I was going through those, I was thinking maybe we should be doing these longer, like for a longer period, like twice as long. C, okay.
I agree. It went by way too fast.
Okay, well, we can do it again. I mean, let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again.
So,
we
could do it twice as long. What do you think's a good amount? So. That's 8 times.
Right there, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's 8 times, but that's
yeah,
like
8
4
times,
bars,
8
right?
times on the groove, 8 times with the fill.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's better.
Want to do that? All right. With that said,
yes.
I'm gonna give you an option now, since we're gonna be playing that fill for so long. So maybe do the first 4 on the toms, and then the second 4 on the cymbals with the bass drum. All right, and then so you'll go like this. I need another cymbal. What do you think? Okay, but keep the hi-hat going. Let me get another cymbal. I need another cymbal to put over here. It's going to be in the way, but I need a cymbal for my left hand. And it's way over here. I got to do it without unhooking. So you need a right cymbal and a left. And I would suggest don't play crashes, just because it'll be too, unless you, well, I'm not going to say you can't. I'm just going to say, for now, because these are more like a fill, I'm going to play on the bow of the cymbal. So I'm not overwhelmed with all the crashing. And then at the end, crash. I'll give it a crash. But for now, just like a ride on each of them, okay? Y'all can still see. It's just like we're almost in line with the camera right there. There we go. Okay, got it? So this is going to take a minute. 8 times on the groove, 8 times on the fill, the first 4 on the toms, second 4 on the cymbals with the bass drum. The hi-hat, try to keep the hi-hat going all the time if you can. You know? And if you want to, let me tell you, I don't want to give you too much to do. So we could just stop right there and say do that. But you could add flams. You could do any of those variations we talked about with the rudiments, but now put it on the drums and the cymbals. So I could do flams, and so I have 16th notes going the whole time on the snare drum. I could do, if I'm going to play on the toms, I could do drags, like that. You could do all kinds of stuff, okay? And of course we could speed it up as well, but not right now. Not right now. Let's see. Too much synth. I gotta find a better beat. I'm getting annoyed with this beat. That's all right. We'll do that one. I can live with that for now. Here we go. 1, 2.
Wait, put the chart back up. Put the chart back up, please. Thank you.
Hang on. I started in the middle of the phrase. Let me start at the beginning of the phrase. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. What a workout! For me, that tempo is difficult. It's because it's slow. That's why I added the 60 notes and the hi-hat, but those are like slow fills. So, but of course, it's important to learn it slow and make sure you can play it in time, so when you do speed it up, you're really solid with it. But now what I would do is any of those you feel, like some of those obviously I like better than others. I'm sure you have your favorites, and they're probably the same ones I like, just because they're funky, like a bow-legged monkey. And, so remember those and use them. If you like something, use it, just like if there's a word you like to use to describe something, you use it. So this is the same thing. Do the same thing. Find the ones you like and then share them. You don't need to know all of them, but if you have 3 or 4 that you can nail really solid, that's quite a lot. I mean, that's 4 fills you can go crazy with. Let me do it a little faster if I do it like.
Was that 60 BPMs? I'm just curious. Is that where that was? Around that? 60 BPMs?
Yeah, probably.
Just curious.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
It doesn't have a, wait, let's see if it has the 72. That was 72. Wow. Okay. So let me pick this up to maybe like more of a funk tempo, like maybe 92 or so. This would sound very different at 92. Feel different for sure. Okay. Let's try this. We're going to do it at that tempo, but we're going to play the groove for 3 bars and then the fill for 1 bar. Because that's about what your fills are, usually 1 bar. Unless it's drum. So what I just did, I mean, you could do the fill for for 3 bars, and then, see, let me think, or is it 2 bars? There. Well, it's written out. I'm calling 1 repeat 1 bar. So do the 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go to the next one. Let's do that for each one. I know that's quick, but this is more functional. I mean, this would be more practical. So this is the goal, is to be able to do that, is to do each one just like that. So let's do it like that, okay? And then we'll put time in between so you can collect your thoughts and go to the next one. Got it? So 4 times.
Can you repeat that? Repeat, yeah.
3 times with the groove, 1 time with a fill, and you can do whatever you want with the fill. You can add rudiments, you can put them on cymbals, toms, cowbell, whatever you got. Cat. Do whatever you want. Okay?
Okay.
Some of you might have like an electronic drum. You can make a cat scream in that thing, right? Okay? So here we go. That's at 92 beats per minute. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, wait. Music, John. Music. Put the music up. I feel like I need a drink with this music going. I need a mixed drink. Here we go. 2. Here we go. And 1, 2. 1, 2. Dang, I changed my mind. Let's do that. Let's do each one like 4 times. We'll do each one 4 times. So 3 times with a fill, 3 times with a fill. Do it 4 times all together, then take a break, and then go to the next one. That way you get the gist of it. Okay? Oh, this is a great workout. I'm having fun today. Here we go. Number 3. Here we go. Sorry, my thing's sticking. Number 3. And 1, 2, 1. I got it turned around. I was playing the up the pickup. It's 1, boom, there. Let's do that for number 5 again. I got 5, so 3, 4, 1 and 2 up, and 2 up, 2. But hang on, back to the beginning of this phrase. 1, 2, number 5, 1. That one's weird because you're playing the bass drum with the backbeat. So any of the ones where you have a bass drum on 3, you have it with the snare drum, it's a little awkward. But when you play reggae, you do, that's what you do. So you got to be able to play it, or disco, you play it with the bass drum. All right, number 6, 1, 2. Holy cow, what a workout. Jeez. And then, you know, just think of all the ways you could play it with, if you add rudiments in there and all the different colors. The one thing I would say, you know, I didn't listen to anybody today, but if anybody wants to do it, I would say the one thing that's really important in all of this is to keep the ghost notes soft. Otherwise, it just becomes raucous and it doesn't groove. So in the groove and in the fill, on the fill, so all the unaccented notes, make sure they're like super soft. Like almost inaudible. And then we can go back and we could do this all again. Remember how we took out one note? Like just play the note after the accents. So the first one would be batu, 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 batu. And then you could put that on the drums. Gatum, 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 gatus. Or, you know, however you want. But just take that rhythm and then do that with each one. The note after the accent, and then the note before the accent, which is ba to ba to ba to ba to ba to ba to ba. So the pickup. So ga 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 ga. Sounds like a little second line there, don't it? There you go. Play it with a hey Paki way. And then try to sing it while you play it. That's hard. The hardest thing I've ever done playing in the band is trying to sing and play drums. Like, I'd rather play any other instrument than sing. It's because you're trying to keep a groove. Because the thing is, if you sing, the singers always are a little contrapuntal to the drummer. The drummer's always like on time, boom, you always got to be on time, but the singer kind of lays back and plays it against the time almost, you know? So to do both is, I've always found that super hard. And in the salsa band, when I sing, I always play congas because I can kind of fudge the patterns a little bit when I'm singing. But if I play timbales, everything's so precise, it doesn't work. I can't sing and play timbales. I tried. Can't do it. Can't do it. So, I mean, I could, the thing is, I can almost do it, so I try it, but it sounds like shit, so I don't do it. Yeah. Woo, man. That's quite a workout, all of that stuff. You put it all together, holy cow. I was just thinking of it last night, just running through my head about the lesson, what we could do. I said, oh my God, it's almost endless when you start adding everything up. Now here's one thing I would do to learn this stuff, to really learn it, and so you're not overwhelmed, is just to do one thing at a time. Do one pattern at a time, and then when you start doing it on the drum set, you know how we're doing toms and cymbals. I would keep it really simple. You know, in fact, maybe even what I have to do with my students at school is strip away some of the drums sometimes. I said, look, they start reading a chart and they're hitting everything, you know, and they're just butchering the chart to hell. I said, okay, let's do it again, but this time all I want you to hit is the ride cymbal, the bass drum, snare drum, and hi-hat. That's it. Don't hit anything else. And play the chart. Play it correctly. You know, play the chart and all the articulations and stuff, and just take away all the distractions. Those are distractions. I mean, the more stuff you have, to me, if I get behind somebody's kit with all kinds of toms and cymbals, I just go, I don't even know. It confuses me. It's like, I don't even know what to do. Like, oh my God. You know, do a run. I don't know. Just keep it, and you know, and sometimes the best drummers I like to hear are even on gigs. I'll tell them, I don't want you to play all that stuff. So I want you to come to the gig with a bass drum, snare drum, hi-hat, ride cymbal, a crash cymbal, and a cowbell. Maybe a floor tom. That's it. You know, and man, if you can't make a groove with that, you can't make it's just going to be worse with all the other stuff. In my opinion, IMHO. That is my opinion. But actually, I've kind of proven that too. It really is a fact. It's a fact, Jack. Yeah. So be careful. You know, I got more stuff. You know, I got stuff on the other side of the camera. I got so much stuff. I gotta focus. I gotta do that all the time. Same thing with the computer, man. When I sit down and do work in the computer, I got to turn Facebook off. I got to turn YouTube off. I can turn anything else. Just focus on what I'm doing. It's kind of the same thing. What y'all think? Any questions? Anybody want to play something? You got any ideas? Any kind of brainstorming anything? Anything you want to know? Anybody? Bueller? Jose?
Hey, John.
Yeah, Chuck.
In the when we're doing the turnaround coming out of the fill, and the ones where you have like a bass drum and the next pattern on the E, I mean,
Yeah.
and are you thinking, well, you got to put a bass drum on the one to go with the crash, so you got to do a double hit there?
I would leave it out.
Leave out the bass drum?
I would leave the bass drum out unless I just always think of starting the groove on the end, because you got to give that crash some breath, you know, crash, crash, N2, N3, N4, N. I never want to play on the E or the downbeat there. I don't want to play on the E, and maybe wait till the backbeat. Crash, 2, 3, and then come in on 2 on the backbeat, depending on the tempo too. If it's super slow, then the upbeat. But if it's fast, you could just come in on 2. Which one? Let's take one for example. So like 7. Now let's do 8. Let me look at 8. You see 8? That one's a little funkier than. I like the ones where it has the 2 notes that are the syncopated, the E up. Those are my favorites. All right, so look at 8. I could do this. Let me play it once. Okay, you see how it's coming back in on 2? I'm not going to try to hit that N right there at that tempo. I'm just going to wait for 2. Now, if it's slower, I'm going to come in the N. So at that tempo, I'd come back in on the end, but the fast tempo probably just come back on the backbeat. So, but never the E, never, not even super slow. I would leave that out. You know?
Yeah. So put the bass drum with the cymbal crash on that one, but then just put a pause in there and come back in.
Yeah, put a pause. 1, 2, and then come in on 2 with the backbeat.
Okay, cool.
Think of it starting on 2, so you don't clutter that up.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I was trying to do that, and it sounded like crap, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah, there you go. So there's the solution. That's a great question, Chuck. Thank you. You know, I didn't even think about it. I was doing that, and I didn't even think to say anything. But thank you. That's a great question. So yeah, don't try to get right back in it. Always think. In fact, I think of like, and in jazz, you know, or when we have an upbeat hit, always think of that. That's the next downbeat. It's just early. So in other words, if it's like on the end of 4, I think of 4 as 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Because I'm not going to play on 1 after I just hit the end of 4. That would sound like crap. I mean, even if you just count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and it's just too close. So same thing. Don't play the next downbeat after you hit a crash. Of course, it depends on the tempo, depends on the style, but generally don't play the next downbeat or upbeat if it's super slow. Yeah. Good question. Anybody else? Rizzo, what's up?
I just want to. Can you throw us a couple of artists to listen to, like this style of music? Who should we listen to play things like this?
For this kind of what would you call it? Displacement. I call this displacement. When you change, moving the accents. The one person I would say to listen to more than anybody is David Garibaldi. In fact,
Okay.
he does this in his book, Future Sounds. In the book, Future Sounds, he does this where he does the displacement thing with all kinds of beats. But I'm doing this with the Tresillo Clave because it's just so useful. I mean, it's just so common. And you can use it in almost in anything. It's just super useful. Simple. But David Garibaldi, any funk drummer, Clyde Stubblefield, I mean, does that too. If you listen to, all the James Brown stuff, he starts moving things around. But it's or even a lot of the second line stuff. I mean, Zigaboo or Johnny Vidakovich, they do the same thing where they'll play that Tresillo Clave and then they'll move the accent. So here's another thing we can do is we didn't do it, but I suggested it if possible, is to play Tresillo Clave, play this in your feet, and then go through all those patterns. That was the first three. It might make your brain melt a little bit, but you'll recover.
Shlomi had a good suggestion too, playing the accent on right hand around the kit and left hand all the ghost
Brilliant,
notes.
brilliant. Okay, so so just play left hand ghost notes and just use the right hand for your accents. That's probably much more practical than what I was doing.
That feels, I messed around with that, and that feels super natural and intuitive to me.
Yeah, and then you can do windshield wipers. Ba, 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 ba. And just keep the left hand playing ghost notes. Yeah. It is super intuitive. It's like that's perfect. You play it super fast. It's super easy, right? But then you start moving the accent around, then you got something juicy and nice. Doing the same thing. Do that around. Like I said, it's just endless. And that's super practical and functional. Man, you could play that. Do it with swing. So if you want to do a 16-note fill in your swing, you could do that there. You could. I had a freshman the other day say, "What? You can play 16 notes in swing?" I said, "Well, can you play triplets in a funk tune?" He goes, "Well, yeah." I said, "Then why can't you play 16 notes in a swing tune?" It's the same thing. He goes, "Oh, wow, I never thought of it like that." I said, "Yeah, why not? I mean, listen to Max Roach. He does it all the time. Oh, actually, all the jazz drummers. 16 notes sound great in swing, or eighth notes. It's a nice contrast from what's going on. Instead of da 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 ba ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba da, you know." You see what I did there? I did it as eighth notes, 1 and 2, and then I did it as 16 notes, same rhythm, just twice as fast, but in a swing tune. So you can go back to the swing. you know, I wouldn't overdo it. Of course, everything in moderation, right? Everything in moderation. 16th notes and swing, wine, red meat, exercise, cocaine. I'm kidding. I'm kidding about the cocaine. Don't do cocaine. It's bad. Okay. All right. So, yeah, that's awesome. Now, that's some good suggestions. I'm loving it. Anything else? That's a lot, isn't it? That's a lot of stuff for one class. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, Jose.
Yeah,
Pregunta.
along with the same, sí, pregunta. Ax, please.
Go ahead.
Sort of the same line as what we were just talking about, because I'm playing more on like a hard blues band right now. So now I was thinking, what is the actual pattern? But I think you answered it, because it is kind of a swing, maybe,
Well, no,
or I don't know.
No, I'm going into duple. So I'm swing to a dong, jenga, triple it, triple it, triple it, triple it, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and digga 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 digga, back to swing, ting, chinga, ding, ching. Or you can mix a you can mix up 16th notes and triplets, just like we do in 4/4, where we stick triplets in all the time. You're just going the other way.
Right.
Yeah, but for some reason, especially anyway, I'm sure with everybody, but with all my drum set students, having them to play straight eighth notes in a swing tune is like, man, it's like pulling teeth. It's like, why is that so difficult? Yet to play triplets in 4/4 seems it's super easy. I guess because we start doing that from the get-go. But the relationship going the other way, for some reason, it doesn't connect as fast. I don't know.
Cool though, hey John.
Interesting.
When you play triplets and like straight, it creates tension. But when you play 16th notes and swing, it creates tension.
Bam.
Yeah,
that's it. It creates tension, and it's super cool if you don't overdo it. Yeah. So just like anything, yeah, just as my grandpa said, everything in moderation. But yeah, with a shuffle, if you're doing shuffle, you're playing shuffles, Jose. It's like it's like a blues, like a Mississippi blues kind of stuff. Yeah, so this is a question my son asked me years ago when he was playing a lot of blues clubs. He's playing a lot with a lot of blues bands, and then he became popular with some of the blues artists here in South Mississippi, and so they were calling him. And then he came to me one day. He goes, "I'm tired of this shit." He goes, I don't want to play blues ever again. It's the same stuff over and over. It's the same tunes. Everybody plays the same tunes. It's the same groove over and over. I said, well, dude, make it creative. You got to be creative. And then I remember talking about playing duple. He goes, you can do that? I go, I just did. Try it. And then, but don't overdo it. You don't want to, know what the band leader will accept. Make it as funky as you want and try some of these things, but don't cross the line. When he turns around and goes, gives you that look, that's too much. You're doing too much. Back off. So, but make it fun. Make it, and then think of not just, but playing duple within the triple. So like 4 against 3, right? So triple the triple the triple the triple the change. You're still the triplets, but it sounds duple, stuff like that, which makes for a good metric modulation. But you don't want to modulate on a blues tune. You just want to keep it. But you could do that. Let me try it with a shuffle. Or you could swing it. You could swing it, you could play it swung, but with the same accent patterns, right? Or or what is number 8? That might quite make a cool groove. You know, so we're just taking that thing. So if you took all of this, all these patterns and swung them, bakatu, baku, baku, bakatu, baku, and then again you have kind of have the second line. Somewhere between swung and 16th notes or 8th notes. But I'd say here's your homework. I want to see some videos. I want to see somebody do this. You can do it swung or a little swing to it like a second line, or play it just straight 16th notes like an R&B tune. Pick your style. But do this with your feet. Hi-hats on the upbeat. And then play all 8 patterns on the snare drum over that. And actually, I think, like Steve was suggesting, go ahead and play it right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left. So ghost notes on the left, accents on the right. But just leave it on the snare drum and go through all of them and see who can. I want somebody to put up a video. First one to put up a video is a winner. Touchdown! Childish, I know, but it might work. We'll see. See if somebody gets a video.
Sean?
Yes.
Steve Gadd, when Steve Gadd play a syncopation, ¿cómo se llama? Syncopation second line. You know, it's this one, you know?
Yes, it's this. But Steve Gadd, I'm sure he can play a second line, but if you guys, I know some of you guys know Johnny, but to me, the quintessential New Orleans drummer is Johnny Vodakovich. He's the cat. Him or Herlin Riley, you know, one of those two guys. I would say Johnny. That's right. If you go to New Orleans, you want to learn how to play second line, you go see Johnny. Actually, you don't go take a lesson from Johnny. That's pointless. Just go listen to him. Just go to the Maple Leaf on a Thursday night and listen to him, and you'll learn a lot. So I'm not saying don't take a lesson from him. I love Johnny. It's just his lessons are.
Yeah, can you write the name, his name, because I don't understand very good. Thank you very much.
And then he plays with a group called Astro Project. But you know, that's not really a great example for second line. It's more of a jazz group. Also, let me dive into Dirty Dozen Brass Band or Kermit Ruffins. I love Kermit Ruffins. Check him out and some of his stuff. You'll learn a lot if you listen to Kermit Ruffins, but you're also he's just so much fun. I just love listening to him. Yeah. There's a lot of artists. Who have I listened to lately? Kermit Ruffins. Oh, John Butte. That guy. Oh, if you haven't listened to Cubanismo. Is there 2 S's? No, 1 S. Cubanismo, Mardi Gras Mambo. Listen to that album. That album, that's one of my favorite albums. There's a lot of second line in it, but it's also Cuban music. So people on that album, I bring that up because John Butte is like the lead singer. Anything you hear in English, he's got a great voice. He sings on it. Herlin Riley plays drums on not every cut, but a lot of it. So Herlin Riley's on there, and a lot of other famous New Orleans players are on there. Clarence Johnson, tenor saxophone, great tenor saxophone player from New Orleans. He's on that album. Trying to think of I can't remember who plays. Oh, the leader of the band's a trumpet player, so I don't know if they use any New Orleans trumpet players, but maybe so. You have to look up the credits. But I know, I do know that, I mean, I love it because John Butte is on there and he sings. And I love his voice. Great, unique voice. And then actually, we were in the car the other day. I've heard this album. I've had it for quite a, it's rather old. And I was listening to the drums. I'm going, man, this drummer, whoever this drummer is like, I don't know if they switch in drummers, but there's one tune they go from second line to a mambo, and it's like a really good mambo, like super clean, and then the second line's super nasty. So it sounds like two different drummers, and I was going, wow. I said, who is that? Or is it two different people? So we were like in the car. I told Jacqueline, I said, look that up. She was just looking up the notes, and it was Herlin Riley for the whole tune. I'm going, wow. I was like super impressed. Not just just to go from one to the other, and that he knew how to play a mambo so well too. It's like,
hey John.
Yeah.
I just posted a link on the chat to Herlin Riley with Wynton Marsalis playing Happy Feet Blues.
Oh yeah.
Super awesome. It's from The Majesty of the Blues is the name of the Wynton Marsalis record.
Okay, cool.
Great album. But that tune in particular, really, really great.
Happy Feet sounds like a great tune.
It's awesome. You got to check it out. It's incredible.
All right. Great. Thank you. I love it. I love it being turned on to other stuff too. I may have heard that tune. I'm probably gonna turn on and go, oh yeah, that tune sounds a little familiar, but I'm gonna go check it out. All right, y'all. So I gotta go fix something on the side of the house, and then I'm gonna boil some crawfish today. The sun's coming out a little bit. I just bought a new crawfish pot because my other one was all rusted, the stand. So I bought a new one, 80 quarts.
Are you playing that, Steve? Are you playing that?
Steve? That was
what?
For you.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mark.
Are you playing this soundtrack?
No.
Are you playing this track?
You must be
Who's
playing
playing
it.
that?
You must be.
I don't hear it.
Oh, weird. Oh, okay. Weird.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to go boil some crawfish. Got some students coming over and a guest from Honduras that's here. And practice a little bit if I can after that. But tomorrow's all day practice. I got to practice. I got to get ready for these, for the week. All right. Any questions?
All right.
I
can't even find his Zoom.
But y'all got, now remember, I put that sheet in the chat so you can make sure you download it. But also try to do it without looking. Try to, take that thing, and then with the feet, I want to see a video. I want to see somebody do a video with the feet. The Tresillo Clave feet, hi-hat on the upbeat. If that gives you problems, on the left foot, I'm playing downbeats and upbeats. I play the downbeats with my heel, upbeats with my toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. So it's like my metronome. The left foot just goes. It just goes. It's just doing this the whole time, no matter what I do. So check that out. I worked that with another student this week too on jazz stuff. So on swing, I do the same thing. All right. That's it, people. Happy trails. Now, for the next 2 Saturdays, I'm busy. I can't do nothing the next 2 Saturdays, but I'm gonna put this up, and I wanna do a video. I got a list of things. I have a list over there of things I want to video and do tutorials on, but right now I just don't have time to do it. I got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 concerts coming up in the next 2 weeks. One of them's at the, for you guys who've been to the stand thing, one of them's at the Mint. We're doing at the Jazz Museum. We're doing one on Friday the 21st with Andy Norell at the Jazz Museum. I'm going to try to get Stanton to come over and sit in for a tune, as well as Ricky Sebastian, maybe Johnny V. Bill Summers will be there. He's coming to play. Anyway, so I'll be kind of busy. But after that, woo, I'm going to feel good. I'm going to have a lot of time. It's going to, I can't wait for all, it's one of those things, you know, you can't wait for it to happen. Like, it's going to be so great, but oh my God, I can't wait for it to be over as well. So, I don't want to rush it.
Yeah, so Steve, I clicked on that YouTube. That's what was playing. That second line is seriously good. That's what I was hearing. It was monstrous. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, there's a couple different versions of it on YouTube, but it's called the New Orleans Function, or Happy Feet Blues, or Oh But on the Third Day. It's known by all 3 of those names, but I usually just type
the same
in
song.
What?
The same song is under those 3 names. How wild!
Yep.
Cool.
But the most common one is Happy Feet Blues, I think.
Very nice.
Check it out. Okay, fellas.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
All right.
Dr. T. Have a nice one. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay.
Cool.
Everybody have a great holiday. Celebrate whatever you do.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Easter.
It's Easter.
And
Everything
past
in
Easter weekend. That's right.
Stay away from cocaine. Everything in moderation.
How about?
It's Easter weekend.
How about chocolate bunny ears? Can we do those?
Yeah, sure.
Chocolate bunnies.
You don't even have to do it
Right.
moderately. Just go.
But from what I understand, chocolate is addicting also. So.
Yeah. It must be. I love it.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Have a good one,
Cool.
everybody. Thank you so much,
Thank
Doc.
you very much.
Have a good
All
one.
right.
Thank you
Awesome.
very much.
Hasta la próxima vez.
Hasta la próxima.
Próxima vez.